Hey, hello. So let's have a small discussion about the main characteristics of Staph aureus that will be useful for your exam. So the first point is it's a gram-positive cocci that belongs to Micrococcaceae family. The Micrococcaceae family is actually divided into two. That is the Micrococcus and Staphylococcus. The Staphylococcus, on the basis of coagulase negativity, it's divided into Staph aureus and coagulase negative Staphylococcus that you might call as cons. So it's based on coagulase negativity and positivity. So which one is coagulase positive? That is the Staph aureus. So Staph aureus is coagulase positive. It can pass both the slide and tube coagulase test. Then the Staph aureus is also catalase positive and oxidase negative and facultative anaerobe, which means it can thrive both in aerobic and anaerobic condition. That is, it can produce ATPs in both the conditions. So the next point is biochemical tests. Staph aureus is DNA is positive, urea is positive, phosphatase positive, and it can also ferment mannitol. And in case of pigments, the Staph aureus can really produce a colorful pigment, that is a golden yellow pigment on nutrient agar. And the fifth point is it is beta hemolytic on blood agar, and it also can produce pink colored colonies on Mekong medium, which is a selective medium for gram negative bacteria, but this is an exceptional case, so remember it. And the last point is regarding the virulence factor that it has. So the very important thing about this enterotoxin is it's a heat stable preformed toxin that's responsible for short incubation food poisoning. And the second toxin is exfoliant epidermolytic toxins, responsible for the scalded skin syndrome, Ritter's disease, where in the stratum granulosum the toxins act against the desmoglein and split the epidermis. And the third most notorious one is TSST1 superantigen that can really lead to a massive cytokine release. That's why it's called cytokine storm. So by binding to the lateral side of MHC complex. So there will be a clear clinical history of tampons left inside the vagina. Sometimes this can be a history. Sometimes Staph toxin B and C can also act as superantigens. Lastly, it is the most common nosocomial infection, that is the hospital-acquired surgical site ventilator-associated pneumonia kind of infections, and the most common cause of native wall endocarditis and prosthetic wall endocarditis as a single species, and also it's the most common cause of endocarditis in IV drug users. So that's our MCQ for you.